We have a lot of assets in the market today that are all wonderful, viable things that all started from other companies that went through and put them in place and built them, and then went through some bankruptcy and then were sold or whatever. So this is a relatively common, normal process. So Chapter 11 in and of itself is not necessarily a scary thing. It depends where you are in the process and what's actually going on. That dictates a lot of what actually happens. I should make a quick note. On almost every single contract that you read in the United States, there is going to be a note that talks about in the event of bankruptcy that this contract is null and void. And let me just tell you, having been through customer bankruptcies as a service provider, there's absolutely that language always makes me laugh because the court decides what happens in bankruptcy with those contracts. So as a customer, if you have a service provider that declares bankruptcy, you cannot escape that process. There is nothing that you can have in that contract that gives you the right that when that company is going through bankruptcy to stop paying them and to move on to another service provider. You are along for the ride. And the same thing is true on the service provider standpoint. If you have a customer that goes through bankruptcy, you are along for the ride. Now, going through this as a service provider, I can tell you there's some other things that get very interesting.